Hey everyone, let's talk about Japan, a group of islands over in East Asia. There are 4 big islands and tons of little ones, which makes for some really cool scenery. You've got huge mountains covered in snow and valleys full of cherry blossoms. It's amazing. The Japanese people really love nature. You can see it in their art, books, and even how they live every day. One of the coolest things about Japan is how they mix old traditions with super modern technology. Imagine old temples standing next to giant skyscrapers or bullet trains zipping past traditional wooden houses. It's like stepping back in time and into the future all at once. This mix of old and new shows how Japan keeps its history alive while still moving forward. Japanese culture is super interesting too. They still do things like traditional tea ceremonies, calligraphy and flower arranging, just like they did hundreds of years ago. This makes their culture even richer and more meaningful. With its beautiful nature and mix of old and new, Japan is a really awesome place to visit. You can see peaceful temples, exciting cities, and amazing nature all in one trip. And Japan is all about doing things well and coming up with new ideas. You can see this in their transportation system. The Shinkansen, their super-fast bullet train, is a real wonder. It's almost never late. The average delay is only 18 seconds. That shows how much they value being on time. Another interesting thing is their Hanko seals. These are like personalized stamps that they use instead of signatures. They're made of all sorts of things like wood and ivory, and they're a real connection to Japan's history. The fancy designs and how carefully they use them shows how important tradition is in their daily lives. In the middle of Tokyo, there's Shibuya Crossing, a huge intersection. It's probably the busiest intersection in the world, and it shows how energetic and lively city life is. When the light turns green, tons of people cross at the same time. It's like organized chaos. From the bullet train to the Hanko seals and Shibuya Crossing, you can see how Japan mixes the old and the new. It's a country where they love their traditions, but also love new technology, making it a really special place. Tokyo, the capital city, is a crazy, exciting place. From bright neon skyscrapers to the peaceful Meiji Shrine, Tokyo has a little bit of everything. The food is amazing too, with fancy restaurants and street food stalls selling yummy ramen and sushi. Just north of Tokyo is Saitama, a place with lots of factories and farms. It's also known for its bonsai villages, where they grow tiny trees. If you go west, you'll find Yamanashi, famous for its fruit and amazing views of Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is Japan's tallest mountain and is super important to the Japanese. It's a beautiful mountain that has inspired lots of art and stories. South of Tokyo is Yokohama, a port city with a mix of Japanese and Western styles. Yokohama has a huge Chinatown, one of the biggest in the world. Let's explore history and nature. Osaka in the Kansai region is known for its fun atmosphere and yummy street food. Osaka Castle is a huge, beautiful building that's really important to Japanese history. The Dotonbori area, with its bright lights and giant crab signs, is a really exciting place. Way down south is Ishigaki Island, part of Okinawa. It's like a tropical paradise with beautiful beaches and coral reefs. It's very different from the rest of Japan, with its own language, music, and food. Hiroshima is a city that's really important to remember. The Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park reminds us about the sadness of war and how important peace is. Close by is Miyajima Island, with its famous floating torii gate. It looks like it's floating on the water when the tide is high. It's magical. From old temples in Kyoto to snowy mountains, from busy Tokyo streets to the peaceful inland sea, Japan is full of amazing things to see. It's a place where old and new mix perfectly together. Whether you love learning about different cultures, trying new foods, or exploring nature, Japan has something for everyone. So get ready for an adventure and discover the magic of Japan.